10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everything seems to be working, so we're going to get started. Hey there, friends, and welcome to my channel. It is almost 6 a.m. We are going to do a little bit of mobility this morning, and after mobility, we are going to hop into the kitchen to do a podcast. We're not going to be doing a lot of mobility because my foot, you cannot see it, I can still see it, is still slightly swollen, but free from pain. And there are just a few exercises that I want to do so that I don't completely stiffen up. But there's also a lot of stuff that I am going to skip for the sake of recovery, and that's really irritating, but that is just the way it is right now. I think give it another week and it will completely heal, but at the moment that's what I have to live with. For those of you who don't know me, who are dropping by on the channel, my name is Toby. I'm 41 years old and trying to live a healthy, active and adventurous life. I do so by minding my sleep. I am trying to sleep 7 to 9 hours in a night. I do so by minding what I eat. I try to eat within my energy balance. I try to eat wholesome, healthy foods that'll keep me healthy and fit for life. I'm trying to eat in a way that is conducive to a healthy life. And I train. I train strength. I train conditioning. I train strength and conditioning, mobility. The entire gamut in different modalities to keep my body as versatile and as active as I possibly can keep it. So that's where we are today. Okay. This is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. I would like to feel fit, capable, and confident for life and living. I think there's a lot of misdirection in terms of the focus on the way we look, especially online when it comes to health and fitness. And I can appreciate and understand that that is what drives some people, and that is as valid as any other health and fitness goal we might have. But I know that we can look really fit and healthy but not be look really fit but not be healthy, for example, or be healthy but not look as fit as the Instagram, TikTok and YouTube models that you might generally see coming by. So just keep that in mind as we go through this, so that we are trying to work on our health and not on our looks. Okay, I'm going to turn on timer and we're just going to do a couple of mobility exercises. We're not going to do anything crazy, but we are going to just move a little bit as we talk a little bit about health and fitness and where we are in our health and fitness journey. And I will try to do only the movements that work the big chains and that hopefully do not agitate my foot any more than is absolutely necessary. So where are you on your health and fitness journey? I know where I am right now at 41. I am just trying to stay as fit and healthy as I can by building that capacity, by focusing on not just big lifts, but by focusing on lifts and mobility by focusing on really pushing some of the boundaries of the base and of the peak of that aerobic capacity. So trying to build both that VO2 max and that ability to go the distance, building strength, as in maintaining the ability to do pull-ups, push-ups, and to lift heavy, as well as maintaining the ability to transfer all that strength into force or power, move fast and swift, and bring that all together in different ways. Okay? I think it's just important to overall recall and keep in mind that it is important for us to clearly define our training goals, and based on those training goals to actually develop training programs and protocols in doing things that we enjoy, and at the same time making them functional for our life's challenges, right? Because that's the whole point and purpose, is to stay fit, stay healthy, and be able to participate in life and living in a way that allows us to enjoy life. I think we sometimes forget that those are still the primary concerns when it comes to health and fitness. Not the way we look, but to try to keep our bones dense, our muscles strong and capable, our range of motion as large as possible, our joints working well, and to keep us doing the things that we want to be doing for life and for living. And that's just important. And that also means discovering new things about ourselves and about life and about living. Okay? So, here we are. What does that mean for me? What it means for me is that we are going to try to show up every day for 30 minutes. And in those 30 minutes, show up and do some sort of training. And the next couple of days, that training is predominantly going to be mobility. And what I would really like to get back to is a program where I can do my 200 kettlebell swings in 10 minutes. And then from there, you can start to build different types of training out again. And also get back to working on the overhead now that we've started to address those mobility issues in my right shoulder in what seems to be an appropriate manner, which is going to be part of the mobility going forward. Helping us move all of that onto the judo mat and into running and some strength and conditioning work to keep it as functional as possible for things like hikes with backpacks, etc., etc. But there are a lot of things that need to happen. Two of them are that my foot needs to heal and recover. The second is that we still need to be mindful of the back, because even though it is pain-free and it moves well, you can tell that I am hesitant to start picking up heavy weights off the bat. I had plans to buy an extra 20 kilo and two 32 kilo kettlebells to support me in lifting. But I've put that off for a while. So the double 32 would be the be the path to heavier deadlifts. So I think double 20, 40 might be just a bit too light. I think 64 kilos hits a good spot, at, is it 70, 80% of body weight. So that is, I think, an important part of the equation in terms of strength training. Doing the big lifts, building that strength and capacity and maintaining it. A deadlift, squat, push-up or bench press, pull up, pull down, row, case of the, and a loaded carry, farmer's walk, I think, are incredibly functional exercises, and to be able to do them under load and then complement that with different types of or variations, like on the deadlift, the kettlebell swing, right? And within that swing pattern, also overhead, doing something like the snatch, but also moving with the kettlebell swing into deadlifts, making combinations. So using that weight to make certain movements more challenging, more demanding of the full chain of muscles in the body. But that's something to work towards. And I am sorry in some ways that I only realized that later on in life. And I think on top of that, 2026, we want to probably pick up something or learn something about to learn something about this thing called animal flow, moving your body, just body weight. I mean, the mobility is also a chain, right, of movements. So, making sure we have that range of motion, but then what can we do with that range of motion? And how can we move our bodies in a way that is helpful, as in that helps us in a way that we can move well and with confidence through different positions in life as well. I think that's also important here to have established. That range of motion and ability are two related but separate things. So we can have great mobility, but not be able to do anything. With that mobility and freedom, because we are not training ourselves to use the chains, the kinetic chains in our body effectively, right? But once you have the neuroprogramming and the movements, the muscle memory, so to speak, there are a lot of things that you can actually start doing. I think it's worthwhile to remember that as well, friends. And you are teaching yourself to be able to do things for a lifetime. And sure, there will be challenges along the way, but where aren't there any challenges along the way? All right. That was 18 minutes of mobility. That's all I got today. It's all I have time for as well. Thanks for dropping by, for joining me again. I say, new year, new challenges. I think anyone trying to get in shape and stay in shape and work on their health and fitness past 35, 40, injuries, slight discomforts, facing, I should put that, challenges, impediments physically because of the 20 years before, I think is a part of the process. I think what I always try to do is I try to identify the problem, I try to heal it, and I try to work within the limitations of my body. So, for example, for my foot, the doctor told me it should be, even if it does agitate or get agitated, it should be fine again tomorrow. It shouldn't get worse, because then you need to stop. But as long as your body is recovering within 24 hours, you should be able to keep doing the things that you're doing and that you want to do. So waiting for that to fully heal, but at the same time seeing now how my foot will feel towards the end of the day and tomorrow, so we can see what more we can do, and a bit better every day. Thanks for dropping by. If you're watching, go to my channel, check out some videos, hit like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit that 3,000 hour in watch time. If you found this interesting, the workout or the conversation or both, let me know in a comment or in chat or under any of my other videos. And remember, friends, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. The person we are today is going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So a bit of kindness is going to go a long way. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So I'll see you tomorrow, all right? And for everyone on the vertical stream, thanks for dropping by and for hopping over to my channel and checking it out as well. And remember, subscribe. And remember, friends, subscribe.